Hello everyone, this is Erin with North Star Mystic Tarot. We have an exciting reading for today as Venus and Pluto are in a harmonious relationship as of now. And so this is going to have an impact on our emotions, our love life, and all of that, and on our heart. And so go ahead and choose one of these. So let's get started. We have first red and black obsidian, the yellow calcite, malachite, and turquoise. You will find the timestamps in the description. All right, I'll see you there. Alrighty, if you chose the red and black obsidian star, this is your reading. Let's see what transformations are in store for you today. First, we have the Oracle of Swords, or in other words, the Queen of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Star. What a lovely combo of cards we've got here. I'm liking this. And then we have Tarantula. And we have Baba Yaga. And I am going to pull one more card for you for clarification. We are going to pull from this deck. And we have Desert. Ooh, interesting setup here. So the Oracle or Queen of Swords is about making clear decisions, thinking clearly, and communicating clearly. The Wheel of Fortune is about moving from one phase to the next, which is what we're going through here with this harmonious Pluto-Venus connection. And then we have the Star. So that's kind of a shout out to what's happening in the stars, but also in this deck it highlights our inner sight, because the Star is about our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. And it feels like our hopes, dreams, and aspirations are looking back at us in this card. And then the Tarantula is about being aware of all things happening around you. So the Tarantula with the Star would be saying that in order to reach the top of the mountain, to achieve your hopes, dreams, and desires right now, you need to be ready to take action when the opportunity arises. And so keep your focus on the things that you want to manifest and create. Don't take your eye off it. And then we have Baba Yaga. This card usually means there's someone with ill intentions around you. It's also clearly a very witchy card. And notice the eye is open here as well. And this shape, the diamond shape, is very reminiscent of the eye of God, which is usually it's more of like a square than a diamond, but it's always on this angle here. So, yeah, we are keeping our eyes open. We are thinking clearly. We are trusting the shifting tides of change. And we are acknowledging that what we wants us back. And then we have the Desert card. So this is kind of similar to the Hermit card in the tarot. And it has to do with ceremony, solitude, and reflection. And notice the stars in the distance, echoing the Star card. So it might be worth your while to take a trek to a vision quest, or take a trek into the wilderness or the forest, or even just go on a hike in whatever local, public land you have close by for hiking and walking. You don't have to go way out to the boondocks, but you can take a break, quiet your mind, and let Mother Earth talk to you, and let these shifting energies speak to your soul, so that I feel like your soul is ready to create something. And you kind of have to take a leap of trust, a leap into the void, and the void will take your hand. So, and the smoke is drawing my attention too, which points to potentially lighting incense or something like that in your ceremony to get the energy moving. And we're going to see the negative energy just hopping on out, like Baba Yaga's house. And the tarantula, you know, they're a little misunderstood. They kind of freak people out. But those who own them know that they're pretty sweet. They're not super aggressive creatures, but they are highly attuned and sensitive to their environment. So let's remove these. I'm going to pull some more from the tarot to get some additional insight on these cards. This can also be read as ask, trust, and then look for the manifestation. Okay? What else does this group need to know? We have the champion or knight of pentacles. We got another bug. This time we've got a big old beetle. That's an interesting card. This is a new deck for me, so I haven't seen all the cards, but there's a coin representing the pentacles, an actual coin. And this beetle, I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of half in the air. And then they've got all these other sort of pentacle-like drawings, but they have different things on them. There's a star, there's the eye. So we're hearkening to the star card and keeping our eye open. Also notice the wheat in the background. So they're really drawing attention to the harvest element, the abundance element of the pentacles here. And then we have the Oracle or Queen of Pentacles featuring the Venus of Willendorf. And bees, honeybees. And here the pentacles are showing flowers and stars. With these pentacle cards as clarifiers, it's showing that you're basically going to start grounding in. And the guides say grounding in your sweetness with the honey bees here. You're grounding in all the sweet aspects of yourself. And by sweet, I don't mean childlike or nice. By sweet, I mean nectar and what you want to savor about life and about yourself. These beautiful things are what are going to be coming in answer to what you've asked the universe for. In answer to what you asked the universe for. So for this particular group, the Venus aspect and the Pluto aspect becoming harmonious is freeing up the energy to come through for you. It's like crossing a threshold. It's going to be really cool. And then we have the Six of Swords featuring a puffin, And it's the number 55 for change. So we have transition and change. And it's welcome change. You're ready for it. All right, the guides want me to pull some additional. I feel like I should leave these up. These feel like they're anchoring the reading, so we're going to leave those. This deck is called Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic. And this one's called the Strange Women Botanical Oracle. So we've got Mugwort. We'll just keep that one and shuffle some more. Oh, look at all these star themes here. I love it. Woohoo, we got chamomile. Mugwort's about the subconscious and about the astral plane and about shamanic journeys. And chamomile is about softness and reprieve and calm. So you're just tapping right in to the universal flow, the universal intelligence. Which, by the way, the universal intelligence, when I say that out loud, it makes me think of Abraham Hicks, because that's what she calls one of her terms for God, if you will. And it has so many connotations, universal intelligence, because I like how that's spiraling in this picture, because universal intelligence knows and sees things that we don't know. And we can be perpetually learning and perpetually looking at different angles of our life and of existence and how we express. And the universe is our co-creator in that. And so the universe is saying, yes, tap into me some more. That's what the Mugwort card is showing us. Give yourself permission to completely surrender and welcome in that gentleness that the universe is offering. The universe is both gentle and can be vicious, just like what we see on Earth with predatory animals and warfare, and then little babies and puppies on the other end of the spectrum. So right now the universe is showing you, it's inviting you into softness, not into harsh lessons. So softness and magic, which who doesn't like that, right? Yeah, clock. Take advantage of this time period so you can welcome as much of that in as you can. Stock up on all the good feelings right now. It's not that it's going to end soon, but this is just a particularly opportune time because the door is open to you. Okay? So that's your message. And if you would like to join my Patreon, you can find that in the description below, where you can get some additional readings and more discussion on the readings that we have done. And please leave me a comment and let me know what you experienced with this reading and if you have any additional questions about it. All right? All right, if you chose the yellow calcite, this reading is for you. I really like this little yellow star. It just makes my inner child happy. So let's get started. First we have, look at it, it's got one of those really fat goldfish. I don't know what they're called. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is about having independence and plenty. So you got this magical, starry, chubby fish. That is pretty cute. All right. And then we have the Three of Pentacles featuring bees. I was going to say, are they wasps? Because for a minute I thought this was a wasp nest, but no. Well, regardless, we have teamwork as the theme here. Working together. If you don't, it's reversed, the wasps will sting. I'm just kidding. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is showing that your independence and wealth, you're not going to do it completely alone. You'll also be collaborating and working with other people. And then we have the little salamander. The Four of Pentacles. He's just holding it too close. That is so cute. And notice the background is a cityscape. Yeah, it's showing that you're going to be able to have everything you need independently. You're not going to have to worry. And you're not going to have to scramble. And you'll also be able to help others achieve their abundance and wealth, and they will be able to help you. So, yeah, you got connection on one side, and you got the ability just to hoard everything you want. And if you're an introvert and you want lots of time to yourself, you can do that. This is where we're shifting. This is what the universe is inviting you to step into at this time. We then have Jasmine, and we have Nocturne. So Jasmine is about happiness, enthusiasm, and boldness. And then Nocturne is about things that happen at night or retreating. So again, it's showing us this extroverted side and the introverted side. And you in the middle being fully in control of your time and resources, which is what the Nine of Pentacles represents. So for you guys, the Venus-Pluto connection is going to help you improve your energy and your relationship with the world so that you will never have to feel imbalanced again in that regard, is what I'm hearing. Wow, that's powerful. And I felt it. I don't know if you guys felt that, but I really felt that. I felt it especially in the solar plexus chakra, which is right in the center of the torso and is yellow, as it turns out. And it's about our personal willpower. It's about our will, what we want, and our ability to accomplish what we want. And so that's what you're getting out of this shift. And we're going to pull another card for you from the Strange Women deck. We have ceremony is just exactly what it sounds like, doing ceremony or ritual. But there's some additional meaning I'm hearing, and I want to know specific to you, what is this? Trying to say, we have the Elder or King of Pentacles with this cute little froggy. So you might want to get together with some friends to do an alignment ritual. Or some of you might have one of those ritual spell books you can buy at like Barnes & Noble. And find something there in a book like that if you have one. Or some of those kitchen witch books. I have some of those. They have things you can do using things you got in your kitchen. And you can use what you have, and you can also take advantage of the resources I'm offering too. And use your intuition. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, that's the spirit guide saying, yes, indeed, we are on track. So you guys have some assignments. You guys have some assignments from the spirit guides. They want me to leave these cards up for you. And we're going to pull some more from here. From the tarot. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to tell us? Four of Cups. So that is about retreating into yourself and letting go of the rest. Eight of Pentacles, about work and being industrious. And the Ace of Wands, a new creative opportunity or idea that is encouraging you to take that staff and trek out on your creative journey. So after you finish your ceremony, then get to work. And for some of you, it's time with friends. That's where your heart is. And for some of you, you need to invest in your pets. I'm seeing some people with pets. I see a cat, and it's like a white fluffy cat. It could be someone, or a gray. It could be someone in particular having a cat like that. But I think it applies to multiple people with pets or cats. who need some more attention, and you've been knowing that you need to give them more. So yeah, it's like complete the ceremony to anchor in the new energy, and then let it all go. That's the Four of Cups. And get to work and make some progress and get started on whatever makes you feel excited. Okay? So that's kind of cool. Anything else for these guys, Spirit? Oh, the one that flipped over was the sun, featuring a unicorn. And look at that. It's the solar plexus chakra. That's what it looks like the sun does, and all the yellow in the card. Look at that. Isn't that magical? So, yes, you guys are in for a time of great ease and strength and seamless connection to your ancestors and to your creative side. And that's what you're moving into during this time. So be sure after you listen to this, to do that ceremony, okay? So, super. Yeah, so this aspect will be in place for several weeks. And oftentimes we feel the ripple effects for a while as well. So whenever you see this, take it as it resonates, okay? And that this is a particularly powerful time for you guys. All right? Sending you so much love. If you are interested in my Pateron, you can find that in the description, as well as classes and a booking link and all kinds of fun stuff you can get involved with. Let me know what you're going to be doing. All right. It's great energy here. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. All right, my lovelies, if you chose this beautiful Malachite star, this is your reading. Our first card is the Two of Pentacles, Balance. The Ten of Swords, that is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Swords inside of stuck in a fawn. We have the Wow, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the middle. So we've got so much to work with already before we even turn, I'm supposed to have two. Before we even turn the other cards over. I'll just pull those out after we read these. So, wow, this also signals change with the ships and the big waves and the baby sea turtle heading toward the sea. This is balance and also shifts and changes. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles for great wealth and stability. And then we have the Ten of Swords for painful endings, where you know it's a complete ending. You just got to let it go. So, what does this mean? Let's find out. We have Morels, which is about finding hidden treasures or hidden gems, something that needs to be treasured about yourself or something in your life that you really prize. Ceremony, we pulled that in the last one. We got it again. And then we shall pull one more. Oh, I just noticed in the Ten of Pentacles there's mushrooms everywhere. These green mushrooms mirroring the Morels. And that poor little fawn is all alone in a barren landscape. Sometimes in the Ten of Swords, the artist depicts the person as appearing pretty dead, but a lot of times they depict the person with the swords in them as being surrendered. So it's very symbolic, and to me, that's what I see. To me, this fawn doesn't look dead. It looks like it's curled up in its sleep, like it's just surrendering to what is. And so that's the key to getting through the painful moments, is the surrender, right? And the Shinto shrine, which is about turning to some kind of solid spiritual tradition or meditation practice or teacher, okay? So with ceremony and Shinto shrine, we have your spirituality highlighted, and you guys seem to be somewhat solitary. You might just prefer to be It looks like you're steady enough and solid enough, with your who you are and your spirituality between the Ten of Pentacles and the Shinto shrine and ceremony, that no matter what sort of pain you're going through, you're going to come out okay. You're going to find the morels after the rainstorm, so to speak. That there's something good that comes from it. And that is the balance here. And for you guys, I don't think I'm telling you what to do. I think I'm telling you, confirming to you, validating for you what you're already doing so that you know that you're on track. For some of you, the advice to go meditate or sit with a teacher will be helpful, though. We have honey locust. So here this is confirming, you're going through, this is very similar to the Ten of Swords. Look at that. You're going through something that's spiky and pokey and rough and sharp. It's not fun. For some of you, I see travel between the ships and the waves, and this looks, I don't know, this looks like Italy to me. I could be wrong. But it looks like an old European country. And so we have lots of opportunity. You have lots of capacity, capability, and yet something really hurts. All right, Spirit, how do we get through that during this time? What's the advice? The Hanged One, surrender. That's just confirming. Got that psychedelic shrimp in the middle. The guidebook for this one doesn't necessarily always tell you what the symbolism is in the cards. You leave it up to you. This reminds me of that shrimp that can punch faster than the speed of sound. If you've heard of that. I don't know if that's the same type of shrimp I'm looking at. But this person is receiving it with open arms. Surrender. Oh, and look at all the jellyfish, the stinging jellyfish. So yeah, this card is highlighting being in a precarious situation and being just relaxed and open and flowing with it. And it reminds me of Finding Nemo when they get through the jellyfish by bouncing and having fun. Of course, that didn't turn out too well for Dory, but they got through it. So, Six of Wands. So you have a winning mindset. You know you've got through rough times before, and you will again, and you're sturdy. It's interesting they drew a prized pig on this one because it's a very sturdy fella. You're a sturdy person. With the 10, not necessarily that you're like a pig. You know what I'm saying. Internally, you're sturdy. Like the Ten of Pentacles represents sturdiness too. And the recognition of the morels represents a sturdiness, sense of kind of an inner philosophy of understanding. Like the more mushrooms right there. Understanding that balance will come back. Cycles occur and you're holding a bigger picture. You're not letting anything painful define your life for you or what meaning of life is for you. You're holding your meaning of life, and the pain may show up within it, but you have a place for it. You have a place for the pain, and it doesn't... You're in control, and your voice is the loudest voice, louder than any negativity within you. Oh, we pulled that one before too, so Nocturne. So pay attention to your dreams. Prioritize your sleep, even if you have to take something to fall asleep. If you have to take some herbal something or other. Or melatonin, whatever the case may be. And that's going to help you stay strong through this period. So, tell us, spirit guides, what are Venus and Pluto, what are they doing for you right now, the opportunity. So the positive, the way you can hold space, that's kind of a Venus energy. And then the negative, this is shadow that Pluto brings up for us. And so at this time, you get to take advantage of the opportunity of this harmonious relationship with Pluto and Venus, because the rat is about opportunities. And Two of Cups. You're going through a bit of a rough period, or you will, I'm seeing, but then your relationships will be strengthened because you're going to become so strong through this. And the Four of Wands for your home, happy home. For some of you, you might be going to visit family, and that will help you. You feel that connection and love, the Two of Cups. So Spirit's saying that this group just mostly needs encouragement. You guys, you know what you're doing right now. I don't feel that advice is really what you needed so much as just a reflection of your strength. And to be able to give yourself credit for that. And yeah, and just know that at this time, you can really solidify the positive. And you already know how, but you can do it even more so. So let's see if Spirit has any extra bonus cards for you. We have the King of Wands. So a good leader with good in judgment. Now, what I see here is you, as change happens, which the Judgment card represents change. And look at the coffin. There's Pluto. Birth and death and rebirth and death and rebirth. That's Pluto, right? I believe the Judgment card is ruled by Pluto. Associated with Pluto, I should say. So then the Elder of Wands, the King of Wands, is just watching, observing, being the observer, taking it in. And that's your wisdom. That's what you're doing. So these were the confirmation cards for you. Okay, guys? So let me know in the comments what you think and how this resonated with you. And you can find in the description a link to my Patreon where we can have more of a discussion on this. And I can pull some additional cards if you need. Or you can also vote on some bonus readings. And there's all sorts of other fun stuff in the description, including a booking link and all that. So you can find all that there. And I just send you all the best energy in the world and Reiki and for healing and good vibes. Sending you all the good vibes. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, guys. If you chose the Turquoise Star, this is your reading. We have the Oracle or Queen of Wands. We have the Five of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. And we have Magnolia. And the Magnolia is success, harmony. The Ocean is deep listening. And then we're going to pull one more from the Botanical Oracle. Yeah, we'll just take the one that turned over. That's White Oak, about solidity. I'm also feeling drawn to the fairy association with White Oak. Because White Oak is also a fairy portal and associated with the fairy realm, or oak in general is. So All right, so Spirit is saying that you guys are going to be soon coming to a point where you have many choices to make. And just like we don't know which snake could be poisonous, we don't know which choice is going to turn out well or not. But look how in the Queen of Wands, they put Jupiter right there. They made it so obvious with the spot, Jupiter's spot. And Jupiter is about happiness and expansion, just like Magnolia. So we got it on both sides. And then the Five of Cups is showing how, when you expand, your options open, but you can't always choose every cup, right? So you're going to have to let go of some of them. And they might all look really great. And so in the past, you've been through a period of deep listening, and you didn't necessarily have the options before. It's been a little stagnant. But the options are going to come up, and what's going to help you make the choices and what's going to surround you and bring you this good luck are the fairies. That's what I'm seeing with the white oak. I'm seeing the fairies have your back. And so you'll have help in knowing which cup to take or which option to take. And they're telling me, to pull a few more cards. Shakti, Divine Feminine Energy, and Jade Orchid for a strong woman. And Jade Orchid also means change and positive change. So a lot of you are probably female, and we have the Queen of Wands here and the female lions. So yeah, the cards are affirming the message. So what I'm intrigued about here, well, it's showing, first of all, you're doing great. You've been very steady. So you're going to have a breakthrough, but there's going to be something you have to let go of. But we have this happiness and expansion on both sides, the divine feminine on both sides. We have so much representing happiness and growth and expansion and Jupiter energy here. So I would like to know, I'm so curious about all these, the choices. And this sounds like interesting. The Devil. The Hanged One. And the Fool. Okay, so here they're showing us our Venus and Pluto energy, our love and happiness and creativity, and our shadow, and what makes us go deep, right? And with the Devil and the Hanged Man. So this is about surrender. So it's showing the way to deal with your decision is not only to rely on the fairies and on your intuition, but also to surrender so that you can naturally let go of the vessels, of the cups that you are not going to be taking with you on your journey as the Fool, starting off on a new journey. And there's something going on for you that is troubling you with the Devil card here. And I don't know if that's the moon in the background or if no, there's not enough craters. That's got to be Pluto in the background. Very apt. So, Spirit, tell us what we need to know about the Hanged Man and the Devil. What is that about? So we have happiness and expansion again. And roots. Oh. Okay. So for some of you, there's something that you've been really wanting an answer to. And you'll be able, on the other side of this journey, to find it. And it's also telling us that with all of the auspicious cards in this spread, that you'll be letting go of pain effortlessly or with minimal effort because of how much support you have. All you need is one. You need one gift from the universe to get going, right? One opportunity. It looks very, very auspicious for you, and I'm really happy to be able to give such a great positive reading for you today. And I hope that you continue to enjoy the rest of your day today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.